I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I'd like to welcome Hammy Ami. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, hello. I am Hammy Ami, the sunny sunflower of Bond Life EN. How are you?
Absolutely wonderful, and I'm really glad you're able to come on. I do appreciate it, taking the time to be with us today. So how long have you been in the VTuber community?
I've always kind of lurked around it because it always interested me after watching Kizuna AI whenever I was much younger. And one day I was just kind of looking around at applications and I happened upon Bond Live EN and I was like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
This job economy's rough. They'll probably say no too. They didn't.
Yeah.
Here I am. And I have been here since June.
Oh, wow. So you've been there for a little while anyway. How has it suited you being with Bond Live?
So far I really enjoy it. Everybody seems very welcoming and it's been real easy to just learn how to follow the flow, posting wise and stream wise, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of didn't spend a whole lot of time on your own before joining it. So you kind of jumped right into it as far as that goes. A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, I have a tendency of doing that. Whenever I find something and I get intrigued by it, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to hyperfixate on this for a real long time, and I'm going to learn everything.
This is now mine. I own it.
Yeah, I want to do this now. This is cool.
24 hours a day. Yeah, well, I mean, I get stuff done.
But sometimes we get to 4.
Yeah. The Irium stuff too. I mean, that's a different bird than doing a regular game stream for sure. And you jumped right into that too.
I did. I have kind of jumped right into all different kinds of forms of content creation as sort of a test. See, what can I do? What can I not do? So I've dabbled with Twitch. I've dabbled with YouTube, just making videos on there so far. Then we have Irium. I've done TikTok. I've kind of just decided to dabble in all sorts of stuff because I've really been kind of restricting myself from it. Like, maybe not. Now that I'm here, I'm going kind of wild on it.
You got yourself a Whitman sampler so far. One of these, one of these, one of these.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just like, let's try a little bit of everything. I'm going to make myself a charcuterie board here of just random stuff that I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, what got you into content creating in the first place?
Well, it's always been something that I really wanted to try and pursue, but IRL, I am a family woman. I am a single mother, so kind of pursuing your passions that may not support a family is a little difficult because everything that I've read up on with how this industry sort of works is it's very competitive. There's a lot of people out there. It's very difficult to really make it a lucrative experience.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. I kind of, the competitive part gets me because there's that doesn't seem to me being coming from a radio background, and where we had several radio stations around a piece of the pie of a certain group. Whereas I think YouTubers still don't have, or VTubers I should say, don't have there's still a lot of audience yet to find. To divide up, so the competition.
That too, I think like it's trying to get bigger here, and even like discussions about just the JP side of Bond Live and stuff like that. Like they have a lot more wider audience than we do over here.
Yeah, well, that's just. I mean, it's just getting. It's the little sister right now of the group.
And we're the babies.
Yeah, and still finding the way into it, but it's the potential audience is so huge. It's not like being on a radio station and you can only get around the block. Here, basically, you turn on the microphone and somebody on the other side of the planet can hear you and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit
Oh,
different.
it's crazy.
It really is. You go from being at home, being a single mom. Now you got people standing upside down from you, hearing what you're saying.
I know. It startles me because I remind myself of that all the time, and people are like, "Oh yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm at work right now," and it's like maybe midnight for me while I'm on stream, and I'm like, "Oh snap, where are you?"
Oh, it's
That's
amazing.
so
It really
bad.
is. I'm lucky enough to be in the middle of the U.S., so I can talk with folks in Europe around noontime here, and it's in the evening there, or I can talk with folks in the Pacific at midnight, and it's early evening there. So I
Mhm.
I just have to stay up or get up early. That's all I have to do. None of this 2 a.m. stuff for
I
me.
I can admit I suck at getting up early. I'm terrible at it. I
Oh,
can sleep through 5 alarms.
oh yeah, yeah. I can if I'm really beat, I can. But years of working the second and third shifts have pretty much ruined me getting up early anytime soon on purpose. if
Oh
I
my god.
if I don't have to.
He's like, no more, no more, I'm good.
Yeah. um. So was it easy for you to get started? I mean, did you? I mean, you were obviously, really wanting to do this, but when you turned on the microphone, was it what you thought it was?
I Not exactly. I thought it was a whole lot easier. That is if you have like certain friends that know how to set this stuff up.
Hmm.
And I chronically have an issue with asking for help, so I was just gonna decide to figure it out all on my own. We were given slight direction on like how to do stuff,
Hmm.
but of course, since I brought my charcuterie board over here,
Yes.
and I have all sorts of stuff that I want to do, there was a lot of different things that I needed to learn. So I can definitely say it was not easy,
Yeah.
even with the company backing us.
Hmm.
It was very difficult learning half the things that I am now able to produce, and I'm hoping to learn more.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to learn more just by doing it. That's the best way. It's sometimes you're going to find better ways to do it.
Hmm.
And so, well, I've always told them at work. I said when I find something a shortcut, I said, look, old age and treachery wins every time. That's what the song says. So just watch, do what I do, not what they say. um,
Exactly.
yeah. So it's for you. Have you been able to find that experience you wanted already over these last few months?
Oh, yeah. So far, it's been just a dream being able to turn on the camera and just welcome everybody, hi, welcome to the garden, and say hello to everybody and watch everybody talk and interact. And we just have our batsus, and everybody's so interactive and so welcoming. It really makes the hard work behind it all worth it.
Yeah, yeah. It's with Irium with the lack of lag time, the immediacy of it. Um, it's still and I'm still amazed by it, considering how technology is. That I can go on your stream and type in hello, and you'll say hello, Eric, immediately. Like,
I know.
how does?
Yeah, it'll have its problems occasionally, but
Yeah,
that's usually right before an update too. So
yeah, yeah,
it follows its own traffic,
yeah.
really, because I do come from a technological background, so I enjoy messing with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I first got it open, I was like, oh, wow. And then I really started messing with, all the settings, and then after that, I was like, oh, wow.
All the
Like this
buttons.
is nice.
Let me press this one. What does this one do? What does this one do?
Oh, this is so much easier than OBS.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to ask about that. Now you've tried both of them, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, what is the big difference for you between those two systems?
Oh my goodness, setup.
Huh.
Setup and available resources for setup to make it look nice and sound nice.
So it's much easier for and under the Irium sessions.
Very much so, yeah. I
Mm,
have a really finicky not keyboard, but soundboard
mm,
that I can just plug into my phone and I'll play background music applications, say music that I have saved on my phone.
yeah.
And I'll have that running and that'll run while I'm streaming. And if I have the soundboard plugged in, it'll play into the interface of Irium during the stream.
Hmm.
I can already have backgrounds within Irium already defaulted, and then stuff that you can obtain with, the monthly events that they do all the time. But
Yeah.
in OBS, there are MP4s that you have to download. Hope that they loop right. If you leave any of your overlays on for too long, sometimes they can just freeze and not play back and not loop, or their loop will speed up. You have to make sure that all of your VTubing stuff is connected to Sprout 2 through OBS. There's a lot of different plugins and just little segments that you have to create in Streamlabs and OBS in order to really get the look that you're looking for and hope that it plays back the way that you're seeking. Because sometimes it decides not to, because it's technology.
Wow, it sounds like the difference when I was a bachelor for a long time was the difference between fixing a meal and just cooking something in the microwave. Can I get all these ingredients and put it together, or just warm it up? That, there's a huge difference there, and the learning curve was probably huge too. Even though you have the background, um, that's not something that naturally anybody would walk into and figure out.
I mean, I see a lot of people like making videos on, YouTube and stuff like that and tutorials, and they made it look easy. So I'm like, all right, if I just follow this to a T, it'll work, right?
Hmm.
No. Um,
No, no.
so it was really just a reaction of, okay, so you don't want to do that the way that I'm wanting you to do it right now. Let's just mess around with this for a couple hours.
Oh, what I found with the YouTube videos is it's good generally, but then you realize that your version is usually 3.7.11 and theirs is 3.7.9, and it doesn't work the same because of that, and they don't tell you that.
Mhm.
Like, oh, that's nice.
I mean, they do, but they leave it upon you to go and find that in their help desk
Yeah,
documents.
yeah, yeah.
And that depends on if you actually know what you're looking up or not.
Yeah, I get pretty lost
Because
pretty
it
quick.
could be a little toggle over here,
Yes,
or it's a little toggle over here, and one keyword changes your whole search.
yes, or you've got two places that it could be, and they're completely different places in the program. And one of them you can only get through in one certain pathway, and the other certain pathway, and you only have one screen, so you can't do both at the same time. It's it's that.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that's like Streamlabs open in administrator every time, or else things might not work,
oh
right?
yeah, yeah. That's another thing that comes up at my work. It comes up where I work at a police station in the records department, and sometimes it just decides to not let you look at anything because it's not running in administrator and you don't have the rights.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Exactly. And
yeah,
you're sitting there logged into your administrative account, just staring at that prompt like, are you seriously asking me this question right now? Okay, hold on.
just I'm like putting my finger on the screen and try to drag it over to the administrator. My administrator right there.
I'm literally sitting right in front of you.
And then my coworker's like, there goes the old man again. Just leave him alone. He's fine. He's off his stuff. He'll be okay in a bit. Um, have you been able to find folks in the community quickly to get yourself a good following at this point?
So far, I believe so. Yeah.
Mm,
I actually recently reached, I want to say over 400 followers on Irium.
dang.
I have a lot of regulars that I see. I also love to refer to them as my sleepers. I have late night visits that do actually come and watch,
Yeah.
and with sometimes they end up falling asleep. So I have to try and make sure that, I don't set off my really loud soundboard because the little sounds on it sometimes can be a little loud.
You're not going to be mean to them and shock them every couple of minutes.
Yeah, I try not to at least. It still happens because I'll brain fart and then they'll be like, ah, I was sleeping. I'm just, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Please stay. Please stay. Please stay. Hit the.
Please stay, hold on.
So, so how does it when you're on Irium as opposed to streaming on another service? Um, you get that feedback immediately. Is there a delay on the other services?
Um, Not that I really noticed, other than my own computer struggling to
Hmm.
actually keep up with everything that I was running whenever I did do a Twitch stream.
Yeah.
I kind of overloaded her a little bit, but she handled it well. I think she just needs some more RAM.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little more extra
And
there.
I think it's a matter of how the app is wired to work
Hmm.
upon what device you are using. Because, say, if I wasn't using, because what I have right now is an Asus TUF 15. It's
Hmm.
a standard gaming laptop. I haven't done anything to it yet. It just has all standard specs.
Yeah.
And compare that to, a much more bigger tower computer.
Hmm.
The tower might handle all of those interfaces running at one time a lot better than the small little computing system on the laptop.
Yeah. Yeah. It, it,
So
it
I really think it's just a matter of what devices you have and what applications you're trying to use on it.
I find it funny that a lot of super gamers and stuff go to these towers that are basically water cooled and steampunk.
I know.
And like here I'm my first computer was the Commodore 64, which is it's 100 years ago, but I mean, yeah, we had a lot of bells and whistles we had to hook up to it. We got to the point where we didn't need the bells and whistles. Now everybody wants them all back again.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember what my first tower was. I can tell you it was a little mini tower.
Mm.
It was a tiny guy, and my goodness, it powered through so hard. It
Yeah.
lasted for so long, and then I got another tower. I believe it was a Dell. It
Mm.
was just kind of given to me by my schooling at that time because I had won something,
Oh,
and they just kind of gave it to me. That thing's power source died within 6 months.
really? Oh, that's terrible.
6. It popped.
Oh,
Popped and everything. I was scared there might have been a slight electrical fire. No, no. That
no.
power source just literally got overpowered somehow and popped.
Oh, were you able to fix it, get it replaced, and keep going, or did you
I
have to?
still have that tower. I have like 6 of them just kind of hiding away.
Me too.
I just like to take them apart. I really don't do anything else with them.
Yeah, I've got stuff on towers sitting in the shed. I'm like, yeah, I can't really transfer this. I've got to keep it on there, and this program only runs on Windows 7. Okay, I have to leave it on there.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
You boot it up and it's just, hi, you really need to update this now. Or it's so old, it can't even recognize that it needs an update anymore. So it's just, yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep going, boss.
Every once
Oh,
in a
I'm
while.
having an issue with some of these. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, coming in and I see people with lab coats around the shed. We're going to update your computer. No, no, not that one. Get
Yeah, please
away.
don't.
Get away from that. And that always.
That most recent update that's affecting SSDs
Mm,
terrifies me.
oh.
I keep I keep resetting my update for just farther out until it's confirmed that that's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It's something you have to keep an eye on the updates and keep hitting the delay button. Otherwise, you're going to get caught right in between, and nothing's going to work.
I know, and I do not want that to happen. There's a lot of things that I may not be able to recover.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. We store so much stuff now on the computers that we actually got a big old drive we can download to and save it in a vault, at home, so we don't have to, we don't lose like grandson pictures and stuff like that.
I know technology has become so faceted in our everyday life. It feels kind of strange
Hmm.
because, sure, when we were young, we thought, Back to the Future, we're going to have hoverboards and flying cars. Our microwave can spit out McDonald's on a random and it's
Yeah.
just right in your house.
Hmm.
Um, but in reality, no, we have certain versions of that because now we have DoorDash. You can have that delivered right to your house, especially if you live close.
Absolutely.
We have these special little cars that can detect people and other vehicles around it. We have camera systems on cars now that can show you the top down of your car
Yeah.
while you're driving.
Yeah.
Like, we are actually getting there to where we're becoming kind of technologically dependent in a way,
Yeah.
which probably isn't too great.
Yeah. Yeah. It to me. I hear people say, "Well, I dabbled a little bit in radio the last couple of years." I said, You weren't there in the '80s. There was so much different. We had, first of all, there wasn't any computer anything back then. Um, we just didn't have computers. We had typewriters, and we had a wire service that printed out, like a couple pages at a time of a story, and we had to rip and read it. And we recorded on audio tape, which
Hmm.
if you edit audio tape, you literally have to cut it with a razor blade and tape it back together. So if you messed up,
Hmm.
you messed up.
Yeah, now it's just gonna be all messed up.
Yeah, yeah, but there's still usually an undo button. There's no undo after the slice.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the difference is amazing. In 1984, I certainly couldn't do this. It would cost a ridiculous amount of money. It'd be over the phone lines. It would sound like garbage. Um, Now the only part that sounds like garbage is me.
Oh, what? No,
I get to spread it
not at all.
all over the world. uh,
Not at all. No.
caught you on that one, didn't I? Um, so for you, were you always somebody who wanted to do entertainment?
Yes, actually, I do come from an acting background,
Mm,
actual stage theater.
mm-hmm.
So performance was never like a thing that wasn't like not known to me.
Right.
I do used to do a lot of stuff for live stage, like Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that one. I've done children's shows.
Mm-hmm.
I've done post absurdist World War II theater.
Hello.
That's fun. I love those.
Check,
Samuel L. Beckett is a G.
check, please. What? Post absurdist World War II. Where did that come
Oh,
from?
there are multiple plays out there in absurdist theater, and absurdist theater was most common after post World War II.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of weird coping mechanisms back then,
Oh
of
yeah.
course. And Samuel L. Beckett wrote a bunch of plays that I'm absolutely in love with, that depict a lot of things where it makes sense, but it doesn't. Waiting for Godot is a great
Oh
example.
yeah. Yeah.
Endgame is also a great example. Endgame is my personal favorite,
Mm.
where it depicts an elderly man on the verge of,
Yeah.
he's kind of getting to that point,
Yeah.
and he's just kind of. We watch him sort of lose his memories in his head because the stage is set kind of looking like a skull with two windows out the back for kind of eyeballs. So we're in the
Ah.
back of his brain
Mm.
as everything's happening. And it's a beautiful, really funky story.
Wow.
Because you also have people in trash cans in the background, and they're kind of like chiding on and getting on to him. And it turns out those are kind of the memory of his parents.
Ah. Yep. Cool, man. That
So
is.
it's I love absurdist theater. There's so many lines to really read in between.
Yeah.
And then whenever you learn of the actual like storyline, you're like, wow, this is the intended story, but a lot of people can take it in so many different directions.
Wow.
And that's what I kind of really fell in love with theater.
Mm.
And then I started getting performance anxiety.
Oh. Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Mm,
retreated for a little while. I tried to get back into it, just as myself. And it was difficult. And then I was, of course, getting back into the VTubing community, rewatching old videos. And my brain was like, hey, idea.
yeah. I can. Here's something I can put those skills to use at a little bit.
There-
So
There's applications out there for this stuff, isn't there?
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
try it out.
Let's
Let's go
give
look. Why
let's
not?
give this a shot. The performance anxiety is not the same as stage fright, right?
I don't really know the exact difference between.
Yeah.
I had talked to someone about the problems that I started experiencing on stage,
Mm-hmm.
where I just kind of began hitting a freeze
Mm-hmm.
or ultimately going like head first into a panic attack and needing to leave and possibly vomit.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
and once I talked to someone about that, they were just stating that you may have a form of performance anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
We could try and pursue and find out where the reason this is coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we didn't exactly pursue that part because I could not afford it at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. That does happen with stuff like that. And
So
and
I
it.
took a few years. I took about 5 or 6 years to myself, really, after that, just to kind of resettle myself and recenter myself. And now I'm back out and about
Yeah. That
in a different form.
something like that can hit out of the blue too. Like you're okay at one point, and then just a little bit later, suddenly you're not okay. Um.
Yeah, yeah, I have had my moments when I actually have to pause
Mm,
before stream, and
yeah.
it's like maybe 10, 15 minutes before stream, and I kind of have to like breathe and just be like, whoo,
Yeah.
whoo, let's calm down. You literally did this yesterday. That's the problem. But my heart's just racing at that point, and I'm kind of like, ooh. So
Yeah.
it does happen still,
Yeah.
even while remaining anonymous, still happens.
Yeah.
Which I thought remaining anonymous it wouldn't,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. Well, that's your fault for being successful. If you'd come on and no one was listening, then you wouldn't have that problem.
Exactly.
That'll be $5.
Usually I have a couple minutes too. There's been people that come in whenever I'm like mid just whoo like
Yeah.
pulling out the old Lamaze breathing to
Yep.
calm down. And they're just hi and I'm just welcome to the garden. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? Usually I have like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing? I'll be back in a little bit.
I'm I'm having a moment. 1 second.
It's to me, I hate at stage fright. I didn't want to be out in front of people. That was my version of stage fright. I could go on the radio in front of and have like a couple thousand people listening, and I didn't care because I didn't see them. But if you got me out in front of 10 people, I was not very happy. Um, I didn't want to see them. Made a big difference as far as that was concerned. But yeah, there's all sorts of things. They call them the yips in sports every once in a while, where all of a sudden you can't do something that you normally do, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. Um, but here with this, you get that anonymity a little bit, but you still get to be yourself. It,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's tough to explain to somebody who hasn't seen what happens, but it's really the truth. You get to expand your wings and fly a little bit without having anybody know where you're at or your name.
Exactly. It really takes off the idea of that public pressure
Hmm.
because that was something whenever I was much younger I wanted to pursue. I wanted to, go into movies and do
Hmm.
TV shows, stuff like that. And then suddenly there was now a new wall there where eyeballs on me
Hmm.
was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm just pooping my pants actively and running away.
Just wait till you're
So
old.
I was just like, wow, okay, let's hit the brakes on those ideas.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
sort this problem out first.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to do this, but I really don't want to do this. That type of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Like I thought I wanted to do this, but now I'm very uncertain and scared.
Well, given that, and given your background, and given a fantastic speaking voice, and the voice and the instrument that you have, the
Oh, thank you.
there's voice acting.
I do dabble with voice acting a lot.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of impressions. One that's actually been driving the seedlings kind of crazy is there's a lady in SpongeBob in a specific episode where they're selling chocolate. And she's just this like tiny little lady
Hmm.
in a wheelchair,
Oh
and
yeah.
she just comes out with the most harshest, gargly voice ever. And I recently did that on stream, and they were just like, ah! Nice.
That's great when you can pull one out like that. They just hey, here you go. Here's somebody that you'll remember, but you don't remember. There you go, and hit that voice.
Exactly. And then they'll go, wait a second, where have I heard that? And they'll go, oh!
And you find out who else watches SpongeBob if they don't want you to know, because you'll find out.
Exactly.
Yes.
I
Uh,
can see you.
yeah. I can't do any of that stuff. I can't hit the same voice twice. I can if you just want somebody to just talk, I'll do that. But if you want somebody to do a little affectation of the voice, or something, I can't do that the same way two times in a row. That's what. And plus, I'm not an actor, and they stretch the imagination. If you got a chance to do something like an anime role, would you snap that up?
That would be so awesome, yes.
Well, they're out there. They're out there.
They are. I gotta get my voice demo together.
Yeah, we used to call them demo reels back when we used reel tape. um, now it's a computer program. But yeah, get it out there. I mean, we've had folks on here now who have answered blind ads and gotten really peach roles. Um, and you never know. You never know when they want that voice. Um, and the
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you work on that when you were younger, doing the acting and drama thing? Did you work on enunciation and projection?
Enunciation and projection, most definitely.
Mm.
I know how to use my diaphragm also from previous musical experience,
Mm.
actually, with a trumpet.
Mm. Oh yeah. Well,
Trumpets are fun. You
you
you literally fart into a horn and it makes it really cool.
yes, it's exactly right.
Mhm. I can.
Yeah.
I think I can still. I can.
Yeah. There you go. See
Yeah.
now you can do a trumpet stream.
I could. I
Yeah.
need to get my hands on a trumpet. I tried once, but I happen to have had dental work done and needed braces. So all the muscle memory in my lips kind of went haywire, having
Yeah.
that new, we'll
Yeah.
call it artillery in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. That would
And after
that would
that,
be
it was
tough.
just kind of like,
Yeah.
meow.
Yeah, there's some kids who end up with so much of that they can hear radio stations in their teeth. Um,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that was an old thing that happened in the early days of orthodontics. But that would be very tough to do. All of a sudden, your mouth doesn't work the same way that it did, and now you're trying to play an instrument with it. No,
Hmm.
doesn't work. Um, so with all of that, how about singing? Have you thought about doing some covers or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I do want to do a lot of covers. I just need to figure out the legalities of that first, to make sure I'm not stepping on anyone's toes
Mm,
and using audios that they do not want me to, because there is actually a lot more um, legal junction that happens with making an official
yep,
it really anywhere
yep,
versus, say, have a karaoke stream that you do not take a video on demand of.
right, right. It's I worked with ASCAP and them a lot. I had to fill out those forms for radio stations I worked for, They are pains in the tuchus. Um,
I know. I don't need any legal action coming against me because I wanted to sing a silly song.
yeah, exactly. We actually had the station I worked for. We had ASCAP and BMI, but we did not have CSAC, which is like a distant cousin. There's not a lot on CSAC. But one of the artists that was the Mannheim Steamroller, uh, the the
Hmm.
the group that does all the Christmas stuff. So we couldn't
Yeah.
play any of their songs
Oh no.
because we didn't have CSAC. And by golly,
Yeah.
we're going to pay a couple $1,000s a year just to be able to play those songs on Christmas. That ain't happening.
Get some
Um,
jingle bells yourself.
yeah,
Just have a holly jolly
yeah.
Christmas.
I'm just gonna I'll sting it myself and drive everybody away. That'll teach them. So if you do get that up there, let's say you found a route to do it and you got a chance to pick the song. What would you do? What genre and what would you sing?
Uh, this is a long shot. I would love to be able to sing Other Side by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
I've sung it on karaoke on stream as well. I would love to be able to cover that with my own vocals myself.
That would be wonderful.
But they're pretty touchy about their music.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them do get kind of touchy about it, but it's I understand the whole artist thing and all of that. It's just as a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, I most certainly respect it. I don't want to be using someone else's hard work in order to make something else out of it. I
No,
don't want to do that. And I
no.
completely understand why they have a place.
Oh,
But can there be like a version that we're allowed to use?
yes. What if I do the lyrics wrong? Can I do it that way?
Right? What if I just change the bass just an octave lower, but no one's gonna notice?
Some of those songs you get in lower bass, you're going to be Barry Whiting them out of existence. Especially with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Good gravy.
Oh no.
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could hit that bass any lower than that and still keep your speakers. Uh,
You think if I just, message them directly, ask them for how many likes until I'm allowed to cover others?
it can't hurt. It can't
Like, will
hurt.
you let me cover this if I get a certain amount of likes on here?
It can't hurt.
You don't know me.
You
I
never
know
know.
you very well. I've listened to you for years.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually so and so on your streams. I want to say hi all the time. Sure, you can do that. One email changed their life completely.
Oh my gosh, that would be insane.
So this is how much are you devoting to VTubing at this point of your life?
Whatever time I really can. I was actually hit with some harsh news recently,
Oh,
and
sorry.
employment's been a little touchy
Yeah,
around these parts for a very long time.
yeah.
So, I may have more time soon, but I also do need to find a way to keep, myself and my family afloat. So
Yeah,
I'm really just kind of pursuing this with whatever time that I have.
yeah,
And I am dedicating a lot of energy to try and make sure it still looks good, even though I do not have a lot of time.
yeah. Now you are not only a gem, but you're a warrior too, as far as that goes.
I'm
And
sorry?
I said you're not only a gem of a person, but a warrior too to keep fighting like that because that's not easy.
Oh my gosh.
I mean that's
I did. Thank you.
I'm serious. I'm really serious about that. You've got your family situation. You're the person that needs to put all the bread on the table and do this and want to entertain people and keep it going. I don't understand where you could ever sleep at that point. You can do it on
I don't.
stream.
Um,
You do it on stream, then some people will come to that. I don't know. Call it ASMR.
I've gotten close to dozing off before, and I've had to literally tell them directly, like, okay, I am straight up falling asleep in my chair. I'm so sorry. I need to go.
I actually fell asleep on the air once.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that wasn't good. In the middle of a weather forecast, I fell asleep, and I woke up. I have no idea how long it was dead air, I just said the station ID and played a commercial.
Oh no.
Luckily, it was Sunday and nobody was listening because nobody called.
Somewhere on the internet, that is an alternate reality game.
Yes, it is. There's random dozing on the air. It was pretty sad.
Radio station stays silent for 7 hours.
Yes.
What's going on?
and then you hear him wake up. Oh, WLOY. Play a song.
Click.
I really hope I wasn't snoring. That would have been terrible. Terribly
Oh,
funny
well,
now in
hey, I mean,
retrospect.
maybe that was just the first early stages of ASMR,
Yes.
sleeping ASMR.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I wanted to ask you about that too. Are you going to try that? ASMR?
I actually am. I am working on producing a lore-based ASMR video.
Perfect.
It was supposed to be released this month, but that kind of got delayed with
Right.
recent news, of course.
Right.
I'm definitely still working on it, and I'll be, posting, sneak peeks and all that
Wow.
here soon.
Yeah.
Because I use Canva and I use CapCut right now for a lot of things that would normally cost me a lot of money to make.
Yes. Yes. I'm trying to figure out Canva too. I am not artistically gifted. In fact, I would consider myself artistically completely untalented and shouldn't be anywhere near art.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I doodle. I make a mean stick figure.
There you go. Yeah, I make a broken one. So there you go. It's I literally when they first started having word that AI was grabbing pieces of work off of X Twitter and using it,
Mhm.
I put up a horrible drawing of my own using MS Paint, and I said to take this and choke on it, Big Blue.
Here, learn this.
Yeah,
I'm
poison.
gonna purposely jeopardize you. Learn all of this. Look at this.
A little
Look at this
po-
stick figure.
a
Learn
little,
it.
little poison pill, and suddenly computers around the world start shutting down.
Oh no.
I could definitely see that. But I tell you what, it is an absolute pleasure talking with you. I'm glad we met. I mean every word I said. What you're doing here is it takes a lot of guts. First of all, jumping in without a net and and taking it on, and you're winning at it. I mean, you're still working on it, but you're getting it. Plus everything you're doing off of that, and having to go through the employment stuff, and taking care of family. That is A plus. That's way out there.
Oh
So
my goodness.
you have my respect in droves for that. Um,
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that greatly.
yeah.
That's actually an honor to hear, really.
Oh well, I mean, I always say people are the triumph that emerges from their circumstances. They aren't the product of the circumstances. You are getting to be that triumph. You are that triumph. So keep going. It's good stuff. Well, you're the good stuff we need to know about.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll talk to you again soon, and please keep everything going.
Oh, most certainly. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.